Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Phoenix Heart Tarot. My setup's a little different this week, and it'll probably be different next week. I think this is just my theme. It's just going to be different. But I hope this reading finds you well. Gemini. So this is for Gemini. Gemini. Oh, I'm also going to be doing the Celtic Cross. I had some comments that the energies were way too vague. Well, it's a general reading, so they are going to be vague. But I'm going to do the Celtic Cross. Maybe we can narrow it down a little bit better. Get a little more concise information. Oops, oh, not that much. Let's see what happens here. Gemini. What's going on with Gemini? Which one was which for? I hate it when several come out at one time. I'm like, especially when I'm doing a particular pattern. I'm like, what? Which one goes where? But I'll know better when I start reading it, and I may move those two because I can't figure out quite exactly which one's what. Yeah, I think that's, there we go. I'm feeling that better. All right. Gemini. All right, Gemini. So your first card is a Two of Swords. So you may be a little confused right now, not knowing what you want or what to do about how to get what you want. You're just kind of standing there contemplating with your sword, ready to go. But then you're like, but which way do I go? Sorry about that. I had a phone call in the middle of the reading, so I do apologize. It sometimes happens. So we were saying not knowing which way to go, maybe starting out. But you're taking your time to think before you act, so that's always a very smart thing to do. And your challenge is just taking a time out. Learn to rest here. You get the Four of Swords. Resting, healing, a little self-time, maybe a bubble bath. These are your challenges. Maybe you're not taking the time to smell the roses, to take that bubble bath, to rest, reflect. Because sometimes when you rest and reflect, that's when you get the better answer for whatever it is you're contemplating. But what to focus on is the Seven of Pentacles. And that's just being patient. You did the work. Now you're watching your money grow. You're watching things pay off for you. Don't force it. I know, goodness. I know sometimes being patient is not exactly easy. But I think it's telling you to step back, take a look at the bigger picture. Like I said, you've done the work. Now step back, let that money grow, let the thoughts grow, let that plan come to fruition. And then in your past, looks like you had a huge burden. It's a 10 of Wands, and a 10 always means like you were feeling overwhelmed about this. You were burdened. I know you did the hard work, and you want it to come to fruition. And it was very difficult to get to where you are now. But remember, 10s are also end of a cycle, a completion. So that's in the past. That's over. Leave it there. Past is best in the past. And now you have your strength. Well, your strength is you're able to speak your mind to solve your problems. You have the Ace of Swords, and that is a new idea, or some clarity on a new idea, or a new way of thinking. You may be one of those people who your strength is being able to think outside the box to come up to a resolution, or come up with the resolution for whatever issues you may be having. So use your strengths. Remember, think outside the box. And then your near future, is Seven of Swords. Now, a lot of people say this is not a great card. I sometimes think it is a great card. It generally means deceit, lies, selfishness, betrayal, sneakiness. But if you really look closely at that little grin on his face, he's sneaking away with something, being playful about it even. So maybe it's a reminder that you need to be a little more playful, not so hardcore. Because all of these cards are you working hard and stressing over something you've been working on not working out. Well, remember, hard work's great. That is how you accomplish everything. But you also need to remember to have a little fun. You know, the worst part's behind you. You've done the hard part now. Now you're watching it grow. Relax, have a little fun, and enjoy it. I think that's what that card is reminding you of. And now you have a suggested approach. So your justice. So you've got the justice card, and it is to use your intuition. Use your moral compass, is what this card says. I usually think it could mean a court card. Maybe this is about a business startup. You know, it's also a card of karma. What goes around comes around, balance. So there could be some loose strings if you're trying to start a business. Have you got your business license? Have you got all of that paperwork in order? This is you know, crossing your T's and dotting your I's kind of thing. But it could also be meaning some balance. What's around? Oh, yeah. And again, remember to enjoy yourself, because your next card is what you need to know, is complete abundance, complete happiness. That's coming for yours. It's in the what you need to know position. This is what you've been working on, and you will have it. Your ultimate 10 of Cups. It is there. Everything you've done is going to work out perfectly. Just remember to not only work so hard, but to try to enjoy it. I think that's what the Justice card is saying. Remember, balance. Balance life and work. Otherwise, you end up all work, and you still have this, but you're not even aware you have the perfect life because you're not enjoying it. Stop, smell the roses. Can't say that enough. And then in your hopes and fears, you have the 8 of Swords, which seem maybe a blockage. 8 of Swords. I don't think it's that. I think this is hopes and fears, feeling trapped and stuck, like there's no escape. But this is a self-imposed card. So you may be thinking that if you don't work, it's not gonna still be successful. Or if you don't work 7 days a week, it's not going to be successful. This card is a card of showing someone who's in a field of swords. See all the swords around her? But if she walks straight ahead, she's going to walk out of those swords unhurt. The things that's tied around her, holding her there, they're not in the ground. They're not keeping her there. And she can walk. It's not got around her legs. And her blindfold is falling off. So this definitely a fear of, you know, geez, I have to be there 7 days a week. I have to be there 7 days a week. No, you don't. Remember, you have to have a life too. You have to enjoy it, or it's not going to mean anything. You will have worked yourself to death and never experienced the joy that comes with life from the hard work. Let it grow. Let it grow. You got it set up. You did the hard work to get it in place. Let it go. Enjoy it a little bit. Because you got, for your potential future, is the Emperor. Everything you've ever wanted, right there. You being the confident, worldly person that you having everything you wanted. That's what the Emperor or the Empress is. It is a masculine feminine, but this doesn't mean it's a masculine person. It could be a feminine card as well. But all right, Gemini, that is a fantastic reading. But just remember, you know, all that work without stopping to enjoy life and your family is just work. You got it set up to where, you know, you can take the weekends off. And if you know, just try one weekend. I used to be a business owner too. And I worked 7 days a week for 15 years. it will kill you, and you will not get as much joy from life. Your kids will grow up and not really know you. It takes, it just remembers. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. You only get one, and you've done the hard work. You're watching it grow. Let it grow. It's not gonna fall. You can spend a couple of weekends at home. Go to the Little League. Go to the ballet. Go to a walk in the park with the family. Have a cookout. All those things. I did Girl Scouts with my daughter for a long time. But my poor son, he was much older. He missed out on Mom working the 7 days a week, and I regret that. So don't regret your life. Enjoy it. You got it coming. It's right there. You may not know it, but it's right there. All right, Gemini, have a great week. I hope to see you next week. Thank you.